Bulls have very poor showing in SI's top 100 NBA players list. Markkanen the lone Bull, Levine and Parker mentioned snubs. Player ranking fun began this week with Sports Illustrated's Ben Gauver and Rob Mahoney releasing their rankings of the top 100 NBA players of the 2018-2019 season. As you probably could have guessed, the Chicago Bulls weren't well represented. Lauri Markkanen was the top-ranked, and only player on the list at number 84, third among his draft class behind Jason Tatum, no. 39, and Donovan Mitchell, no. 34. For those wondering, Zach LaVine and Jabari Parker made the biggest snub list. But as the authors note, their method doesn't do any favors towards two players with 3 torn ACL injuries between them since they entered the NBA. Outside of LaVine's injury issues, Mahoney rips him for his empty-calorie scoring. Despite his team-high 16.7 points per game last season, doesn't include the traded Nikola Mirotic, LaVine was 6th on the team with a 14.6 player efficiency rating. His career effective field goal percentage wasn't above the 2017-2018 league average mark, and he hardly gets to the free throw line, 23.2% free throw rate during his career, which kills his efficiency. Meanwhile, the critique around Parker centers around his injury history, poor defense, and questionable fit in a modern-day NBA offense. It's a bit unsettling that two guys who will make almost $40 million combined next season aren't even top 100 players. But again, this is the subjective, if informed, opinion of two guys, so don't read too much into it. Last season, Robin Lopez was the only Bulls player to make the list. Finally, how do the Bulls stack up against other teams in terms of top 100 players? Not well, but at least they got somebody recognized on the list, unlike the Sacramento Kings. The Bulls tied with the Atlanta Hawks, Brooklyn Nets, and Cleveland Cavaliers with 1 player apiece. Unsurprisingly, the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics finished at the top with 6 players apiece. The Denver Nuggets, Philadelphia 76ers, Toronto Raptors, Minnesota Timberwolves, and Utah Jazz all had 5. The Bulls couldn't even win the snubs category, as their 2 were behind the Lakers and Clippers, who had 3 apiece. Bulls have very poor showing in SI's top 100 NBA players list. Markkanen the lone Bull, Levine and Parker mentioned snubs. Player ranking fun began this week with Sports Illustrated's Ben Gauver and Rob Mahoney releasing their rankings of the top